let's explain the anniversary of the Walmart shooting in El Paso. It lines up psychologically and mentally with what's going on in the Olympics. You know, you have the young kid who the Clark Kent, and everybody trend on him. He's got like 4 million followers or something like that. And then they had a Mr. Cerna who was an employee. He had a code brown, right, at the Walmart. And the reason why he cries and he got all the stuff and he doesn't feel like a hero is because on the other side of the store, the people that did the same thing, some of them got killed. Okay. Because the shooter was in there and pow, you know. And he went and got people out and this is all just propaganda to make the, like the 9/11, make the people that are making money off the genocide and providing certain things for the status quo and stuff to look like they're victims. Because the kid loses it, and because he's been impulsed by Wi-Fi and video gaming and public school and advertising and stuff, and he loses it, and And the thing is, me and Chris Baldwin that happened, and I was working in a grocery store, and me and Chris Baldwin, Joel Garcia goes, God, that's creepy, that's scary. He goes, yeah, it is, but me and Chris Baldwin, the ex-heroin addict, sat there and said, well, he's got a hatchet thing, we're in the meat counter thing, we got knives, so I'm going to go to the noise. Me and Chris already had a plan. You go down one side, I'll go down the other. And then if he gets distracted and starts shooting at one of us, the other one will come up, because we flank him, and we got knives and hatchets. And also the other thing I thought, what would be even more effective was if we grab like a glass jar of mayonnaise or, pickles or something, and wham, hit him throw it upside the head, and then come in with the knife and the hatchet. And then just finish him off, because he's lost it, and it's like a mad dog, and he's killing people we care about. And he's not going to stop until somebody stops him. So we already had it figured out. Of course, and that was after I saved the kid from being run out in the street with the mimosa, and he asked for a hug. And after the guy threatened to beat up his girlfriend, and I told him we can help. And he looked at the floor when he came in to confront me, and I looked him straight in the eyes. He looked like a dog, and he did a U-turn and walked out of the store. And the gangbanger who's the cartel connection that they changed like a Lego piece, came into town with his pissed off mom because she didn't like my YouTube videos, and he looked at the floor when I said, well, somebody looks at you, and then the girls were being macho, and they ran outside because somebody stole the mimosa and ran to a brand new Mustang, and me and Gilbert stopped him and said, it's probably a gang initiation, they'd probably shoot you in the face if you came up on the car, so everybody, let's go back inside. So we handled it, The police did show up to get the kid with the mimosa, we got the phone back. The guy who they ran into, his girlfriend punched him, and then the kid asked me for a hug. So we handled that one. The cops showed up on that one. The other ones, the cops never had to show up. Earl took care of it. And then we had the homeless people that they had that were shoplifting, and Earl would walk up and say, are you hungry? Do you eat yet? No. Well, I ain't gonna. There's no thin line between love and here. Let's get something to eat. And so I'd buy him something to eat. Just like the people that tried to get me fired and got me fired, I helped pay their bills and kept one out of jail. And their reward to me was try to get them fired. And I think they wanted to get me fired on purpose, guys. Because the chemical poisoning at the stores kills people. And so I think that let's get rid of this guy. He's too good to be killed with all of us. He'll stand up to everybody, and we won't. It's a subconscious recognition. Do you understand? It's like we got to sing King David. He's the only one that can save us. The rest of us, no, we won't. We buy the Viking programming on TV. We buy the Superman programming on TV. We buy Superman. We buy Avengers, Wonder Woman, Star Trek, Star Wars. We buy all the bullshit. He doesn't. He was born intelligent. He was born faithful. See, so that's what's going on, and it's sad because you watch Mr. Cerna and he was crying, and he doesn't love working at Walmart. He just loves the fact that he's still alive and he's not dead like some of his fellow employees. And he's still alive to be around his daughters when other people are not. And then they send him to the White House and they give him a medal and they say, you did a good job. It's like, don't listen to them. They won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer for all children to be free from genocide and murder. But you got to understand, you're dealing with cloners and people that use technology to maintain economics, to have cloning technology, to set up a secret society that's cocky as hell and we can live forever. I didn't get it, the Antoine LaVey thing. He was all excited when they cloned Dolly because he could live forever. And I was like, how was that? He's like, oh, okay. And then, I had all the religious groups. We won't let them clone. They won't let you clone. Okay, you can clone your dog, and they have that. $50,000, you can clone your dog. Okay, but they spade and neuter all the dogs, and so you get attached to your dog, and you can clone it, and then you have, Einstein the third. Okay, you can do that because you spade and neutered, and the dogs aren't reproducing, so you get the same molecular structure of trapping that poor dog, the spirit of that poor dog, and your, a genocide slave partner. Okay. Because you might live to be 68 years old, but the dog only lives to be 17 or 18. So you can have 4 Einsteins. Okay, and it'll cost you $50,000 a pop. So 4 Einsteins. But if you're rich, if you're Oprah Winfrey or Chelsea Handler, you don't care, right? You're gonna go get that couch off the lawn and sit with your partner that you're not having kids with because only the right people should be able to reproduce. The sexy people, the fat people, just die. If not, we'll send somebody into a Walmart with a gun in El Paso, and everybody will think they're strong. If you want to be strong, stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me. If you want to go down in history as a bitch like all the people in the Temple Set Illuminati that have been spying in my house and head fucking me my whole life, with Miriam Cologne and thoughts of Yvonne DiCarlo in my future, and me being the one person that helps the whole world change so we can save ourselves from ourselves. If you want to be a hero, just follow. Don't be a hero. No one wants to be a hero. Everybody wants to be somebody that Jesus can trust, that's worthy of Jesus's trust, because he loves everybody. But you want to be someone worthy of his trust, someone he can live next to and know, okay, you're not going to try to get you're not going to try to come in with creepy scientist and have sex with Amy and then pass it on a chat room to see so the scientists can see how badass I am, because they could kill me. You can come in here and throw a grenade in the house and plow, right? So they're obviously torturing me to get the people that believe in Jesus Christ to think we're never going to win. Yeah, you are never going to win. Okay. But one day, the Lord's Prayer is going to change the technology and assimilate the technology to people like Muhammad, Jesus, Haile Selassie, and Judah Krishnamurti and myself. And then the technology is going to be used to protect people. Because that commercial where you feel safe, and you still do. The people that have the lady that got shot in the face by the sheriff's deputy have to watch that. Like Chris Baldwin with the TV falling on top of the alien from American Dad. Okay. After his little girl had a big TV fall off and kill her, when the 2-year-old. Okay. The people that had called the police because there was a prowler, and then their relative got shot in the face and killed in her own kitchen. Okay, because she was going through a schizophrenic episode. Because you guys have Wi-Fi on every tower, and because they're public utilities, and the Supreme Court is a supreme insidious bunch of perverts that will do anything to make sure they can hang out with Antoine LaVey in the airport lounges. Right? It's horrible. Right? Hey. I do what I do to save the poor people from the wealthy. I encourage the wealthy to help me, so they're no longer the wealthy of those 3 proverbs. So, trust me, there's proverbs. They understand, the technology has proverbs. Okay. And it doesn't get lost in translation because of people like me. especially me, because Judah Krishnamurti's not with us anymore and Haile Selassie. So I make the catalog that they help me walk through every day. And this is my catalog. This is my story. This is my song. So we're doing this. It's only taking a long time because of contributions from viewers like you. Okay. If you'd all get up and stand up for the Lord's Prayer because I made it safe that you could, we'd all do it. You're just addicted to what you're doing or you're afraid. And Mr. Cerna, there's nothing he can do. Well, there is. He could sit there and say, but they wouldn't, they'd drop it on the cutting room floor. He could have said there, but what about the Messiah guy in Las Cruces? He could say that, but they'd put it on the cutting room floor. He doesn't have the influence and the pull and the money and stuff to do it. It has to be very rich people. It has to be like billionaires that can do it and pull it off. And maybe Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez don't have the pull to do it. Maybe it has to be someone like Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. I can't tell you. I don't know. All I know is that the military piles of shit over there at St. Augustine are the worst child molesting, mind raping, murdering piles of shit in the history of the world. And you guys all kiss their ass or are scared of them. And me, I'm like, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. Okay. And they know it. Okay. If they didn't know it, if they know they're pathetic. Okay. The only way they can't be pathetic is, hey, let's all live like Parson says. He's a good guy. Yeah, I know. Okay.